Hey guys, welcome to week 3. I hope you guys are enjoying these lessons and you've had some time to start noticing your awareness and building up that what you notice about yourself, those sort of things. And I hope that you are choosing growth every day or as often as you can. So today is going to be about programming, and I could go on and on about programming for days, so I think I'm going to split this up into a few different videos this week. So you get one today, probably one tomorrow. Anyways, today we're going to talk about what programming is and how to figure out what your programming is, okay? So programming is kind of like the hard drive of your computer. It's that automatic response that you have. It is the neural pathways you've built up in your brain from a very early age, okay? It's like when it's kind of like autopilot for your brain, right? A great example might be driving a car. I'm assuming you're of age and you have a driver's license and you've been driving. You can probably hop into just about any car and drive it, right? But before you learned how to drive a car, you might have gotten in the driver's seat and you weren't really sure what to do. And as you were learning how to drive a car, you had to consciously think about each step. You know, put the key in the ignition, turn the key, put your foot on the brake, put it in drive. I mean, all those little steps that now as an adult you do just quite easily. So that's a great example of good programming, right? Well, a lot of times we have some, and I don't really like to say bad programming, but programming that isn't serving us. And we got this when we were little. So under the age of 4, your frontal lobe, which is like right here in your brain, it's like your thought processing center. It was very immature. Actually, it doesn't fully form into your mid-20s. I think about 24 to 26, your frontal lobe fully forms. So when you're a little kid, it's just absorbing all this information around you. And it can be it can be absorbing it in a way that is not accurate. I mean, if you think about what a 5-year-old knows, if they're overhearing an adult conversation, how they might interpret it, right? Okay, so here's an example of how you absorb when you're little. Let's talk about money, right? So you're a little toddler and you're at the store and you want something and your parent doesn't want to buy you it, and so maybe they say something like, we can't afford that, or we don't have enough money. Or maybe you overhear your parents fighting about money and you realize that money's like a bad thing. It causes mommy and daddy to fight, right? So money's bad. And in your little 4 or 5-year-old brain, you've got this neural pathway starting, this money is bad. And you see all these different signs that say money is not good, or money causes something I don't want. Or every time my mom and dad talk about money, they're yelling and then I'm upset. So money's not good. Or we don't have enough of it, so money is scarce. And I'm sure at some point your parents probably told you money doesn't grow on trees, right? Or even money is the root of all evil, okay? There's another one that we hear about. And this isn't actually true. Money is just a form of energy, but that's another topic. Anyways, so now you grow up into being an adult and you're struggling financially, or you don't have all the money you want. Maybe you're doing okay, but you'd like to have more money, right? Well, because of this subconscious programming that has been set in your brain since you were a little kid, your programming is ensuring that the core belief attached to that, money is bad, money is evil, money is hard to come by, money is scarce, whatever it was for you, your programming ensures that that belief is solidified, is confirmed every day, right? So maybe you can make a lot of money easily, but then you lose it somehow, or you spend it really quickly, or something like that, right? So this is just an example, and maybe you don't have any problems with money. Maybe that's not where you're struggling. That's not what you're looking to manifest. I'm just trying to give an example that just about anyone can relate to, right? So when we want to talk about our programming, and our core beliefs are attached, right? Our core beliefs are set there, and then our programming comes out of that. And so it's like it tells the brain how to react. Okay, so I want you to think about what your programming is, and how it's attached to your core beliefs. But right now, figure out what your programming is. So let's find some important things in your life, things that don't look exactly the way you want, and see if you can dissect what your programming might be, and at the end of that programming or the beginning of that programming, what the belief is attached to that, right? So if money is your thing, great. I just gave a beautiful example of that. Love might be something, right? You might think love is wonderful, but you keep ending up in relationships that are not safe, or you end up with emotionally unavailable people. So even though you might say, hey, love is great, if that's not the reality you're seeing, that's not what your program is telling you, and that's not what the core belief behind that programming is saying. So what does your reality look like? Describe that, and then work backwards to reverse engineer your programming, okay? So if love is hard to come by, or you can't find love, right? That's gonna be that core belief. And then the programming is going to ensure that shows up in your reality. So take a look at the things. It could be love, money, career, health, sex, whatever may be tripping you up. And maybe make a list of some of the good things too, so you can see where you've got really solid programming that really is working in your highest good, right? Make a list and think about, what is my programming saying? Like, what is my reality now? And your reality is basically a reflection of those core beliefs. And the programming is the link between the two. So that's going to be your homework to think about. So try to dissect your programming. And I would love if you are willing to be vulnerable enough to share it with us, the things that you've uncovered. Comment below this video. Remember, this is a safe space, and we're all here to support each other's growth. So no judgment, no shame, no guilt. And if you do find out that you have programming that's not preferential, you don't need to guilt yourself. You don't need to feel shame about it. We've all been through that, but that's why we're here. We're here to grow. We're here to change it. So in the next couple of videos this week, we're going to talk about how to change that programming, how to pattern interrupt, and how to change those core beliefs. All right, but I think this is enough for you guys right now. I'll pop back on in a day or two with the next segment for programming. But for right now, just kind of take a look at your reality, use the awareness tool we had in week 1, and say, okay, what is my programming showing me? What is my reality showing me that my programming is? And write that down, and then, here's a very important part, then write down what you want it to be. What do you want that belief or that programming to be? All right? And we'll use that when we're ready to shift our core beliefs. So have a great day, evening, or wherever you are in the world right now. And I hope you comment below and just be vulnerable. This is a really safe space, and being vulnerable is going to help your growth so much, and it's going to speed things up because the universe loves speed. Okay, lots of love.